All right, welcome back. Hello, welcome back to What Did I Do? Q&A.
What I do?
Where you guys send in your questions, whatever it is that you want to know about whatever you're going through, and we sit here and give opinions, and we just talk about it. We chat. So
Talk that shit.
we actually got some questions sent in via you guys, and today our first question is going to be from at Kobe Pisces. And here's what he has to say.
Hey, what did I do, guys? My question is, how do you keep the relationship healthy?
It's a good question.
So he says, how do you keep the relationship healthy?
Sounds distressed. All right. There's a couple of things you can do. I don't know where I should start though. Physical, non-physical, verbal, non-verbal. Honestly, I would probably start off with communication. You got to look back and start off like, all right, where's our communication level at? You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, especially nowadays, a lot of relationships fall apart because of lack of communication. You know what I'm saying? Lack of responding to a text messages or answering a phone call or being honest and upfront about how you feel about something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I always start there. You know what I'm saying? If you can tell that there's like a divide in how you guys talk to each other and how you guys communicate and how you express love, I would probably loop back around and hit that a lot harder. Because I can tell you right now, a lot of the number one thing I have seen over the last, 2-3 years? Communication. The downfall of relationships. The downfall of some of my relationships.
Yeah, same.
Personally, I can tell you in my current relationship that I've been together for about 8.5, 9 months at this point. Our communication is like God's here. I tell her everything. She tells me everything. That's not an invasion of privacy. That's not what I mean. What I mean is, it's the little stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be doing this or I'm gonna be doing that. Make sure you get home safe. I love you too. That stuff. It's little things. You know what I'm saying? All the way down to the little things. Like, what do you want for dinner? What do you think we should do? Concur with her, talk to her, and she should do the same for you. You know what I'm saying? I think that's probably number one for me as far as that goes. Communication. It's number one in a healthy relationship.
Yeah,
so,
most definitely. You can never fix a problem if you don't know that there's a problem.
Exactly.
Know? So communication is key. That's what they say. For instance, what I was going to say is like a resentment, without that, they can build like a strong resentment towards you. And when that happens, it's like, okay, mad day happens. And then all of the feelings spill and they fall over the top. It's like pouring water into a cup that's already full, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then like it explodes. Everything comes out and there's an argument about it and you have to try to get over that hump to try to fix it. And plus it's resentment, so it's built. So it builds over time. And when that happens, that's what makes things difficult.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because now there's the heat of passion and then there's a disagreement and that can be a huge toll on your relationship.
Yeah, for sure.
So you really have to communicate, number one. That's the key.
Yeah.
And number two, what I would say is learn how to speak your partner's love languages.
Yes.
Like figure out what it is that they like and what they don't like. And if you can speak their love language properly, the way that they love for it to happen and the way that they love for it to be spoken, then I feel like it will be kind of hard for your relationship to start failing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, love language too. Because everybody has a different love language too. You know what I'm saying? Some is touch, some is food. Honestly, some is quality time. You know what I'm saying? Some is words of affection. Words of understanding, and words of encouragement. And those are some of my words of encouragement. Noticing the things that I do, the little things, whether it's for myself or whether it's for us or whether it's for you. You get what I'm saying? So I can definitely say love language I can agree with as a number 2 for sure. Because understanding how someone receives love in the most fulfilling way is like, you can't lose. You know what I'm saying? You're giving them, you're fulfilling their cup, like he was saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're giving them what they need to feel loved. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody's the same. You can't just kiss everybody and hope that they all feel better. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's deeper than that.
Right.
And most of the time it is. You know,
Right.
so I would hit there for sure.
Yeah, and if you don't know what love language is, I'll give you an example, right? So a love language is basically the things that make you feel that mushy feeling on the inside when you look at your partner, or when that first feeling that you get when you have a crush, you know, that strong spark, that strong flare that you have. When someone learns how to speak your love language, then that is enhanced and it's carried on, and it lasts longer. For instance, my love language is nurturing. You know, I love nurturing. I love to be like nurtured and catered to. You know, I don't mind I'll do everything else just to get that small bit of nurturing every once in a while. You know, I just love that. Like, for instance, no woman is my slave. You know, I can go and make my own food. I can go and make my own drinks. I can go and get a massage at some massage parlor. You know what I mean? But when I'm hurting, I would love for my partner to be the one to massage me. You know what I mean? That nurturing, like, oh, I'll take care of you if you're hurting. You know, you're sick, I'll take care of you. Or you're hungry, you're tired after work, then I'll make that plate of food for you. You know what I'm saying? And I think it should be reciprocated.
Yes.
That's my love language.
I would say my love language is, like I said earlier, words of encouragement. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind being babied either. You know what I'm saying? Little head rubs and stuff like that. I'll fall right asleep. But
Ditto.
number one for sure is words of encouragement and acknowledgement. Acknowledging our relationship, acknowledging us as a unit, the things that I do in my life towards my career goals, and acknowledging the things that I do for you. You know what I'm saying? And letting me know, communicating, coming back to that you are happy with the things that I do for you. Because if you're not, I would like to know that. So if there is anything that I can change, I can do that up front. You know what I'm saying? Because let's say you have something that you're not doing enough. Let's say you're playing video games too much, right? And your girl's kind of letting it go because she loves you, right? But she doesn't tell you that. And like you said, she starts to build up a resentment. You know what I'm saying? Come loop back around. Let me know. Let me know. Talk to me. You know what I'm saying? That's another one of my things.
Yeah.
Is communications also. You know, it's a big thing. But
Yeah.
love language is definitely number 2. Hands down.
Yeah. And another way to keep the relationship healthy. Oh, by the way, another example. Funny, you know what I'm saying? Off topic real quick. Well, it's on topic, but off topic. But you know those scenes in the movies where the guys will be fixed, you know, they get ready for work and then they fix their tie and all this shit. And right before they leave, their wife sees them and then they pick the little piece of lint off their shirt or something. You know, and they fix their tie for them straight. They wipe something off their face.
Yeah.
Shit like that. That's
Yeah.
what I mean. That's what I'm referring to.
Yep.
That's that lovely shit right
is
there.
different.
Make you fall in love every single day.
Yes.
You know, but
You should find yourself falling in love with your partner more and more every day.
yes,
You know, it should be something that every time you look at them, you find something more to love about them.
right.
And if you're not feeling that, something is wrong, and you need to assess that rapidly, because you don't want to be stuck in a situation where you're not happy and they're not happy. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
And number 3, if I had to say something, would definitely be to make sure you're on the same page. You know, you have to. If you don't want the same things, you're not gonna get the same things. You're gonna go 2 separate directions. You know, that just enhances the possibility, or broadens the possibility of you growing apart, whereas you want to grow together. There's a billion pages in the world, but if you're on the same page, same line, same stanza, same everything, then I feel like things will work out a lot better for you. You're going in the same direction, and in order to get what you want, you have to know what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to figure that out with your partner first, and figure out if you guys are going in the same direction.
Yes. And honestly, if you look at the 3 things that we just talked about, they all kind of fall under the umbrella of communicating, just in
Yeah.
different ways: verbal and nonverbal, mental and non-mental. So work on the communication piece. I'm not saying you need to work. What I'm saying is take a look at it and evaluate it and make sure that it's up to par, because if it's not, things tend to fall to the wayside and then people split. You know what I'm saying? And there's fights and all that other BS. But
A big one: self-accountability.
yeah.
Self-accountability.
Yes.
If your partner is telling you that you've done something that is bothersome, you need to address yourself before you put your shield up. Before you put up your walls of Troy, you need to pay attention to what you're doing. Evaluate yourself. That's something that I learned over the years, is if you look inward before you look outward, then your responses will be a lot more fluent. They make a lot more sense, and it's easier on other people's ears. You know, for example, if she says, well, you play too much video games, or you do this, or you do something that you guys established in the beginning that, you know, she has a problem with, you don't spend enough time with her, and you instantaneously are like, no, I do spend enough time with you. You know, well, I have to do this, or I have to go to work. Instead, you should look inward and think about it. Well, do I spend enough time with her? Or do I play too much video games instead of spending time with her?
You have to. You can't not look at it. You know, my mother tells me all the time, and I'm aware of this too, that I'm a very self-aware person. So I usually know when somebody's upset with me. I know when somebody has something to say to me. I know how I feel in certain situations, and I usually know how others feel in a certain situation. So if my girlfriend's upset, I'll pick up on it almost instantaneously. You know what I'm saying? Being self-aware and holding yourself accountable for the things that you do go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? Whether if somebody not accuses you, but if they bring up something to your attention like he was just talking about, it doesn't hurt to actually look back, apply it to yourself, and if it passes all the filters, then okay, maybe it's not true. But if it's something that could be tweaked, even if, and usually every time I pass myself through that filter, somebody brings something up to me that can be worked on or that I can work on. I don't take offense. I take a deep breath and I go, all right, you know what? It could be right. Let me take a quick look. I look back through my rap sheet and I think like, all right, you know what? There is some things I can work on. You know what I'm saying? Does this happen often? No. But every time it does, it's brought to my attention, I always look back around. I'm like, all right, let me make sure that I'm not being a problem or I'm not being a hindrance to others. You know what I'm saying? I'm making sure that I'm bringing my best to the table and not holding someone back from something else. So I think both of those, self-accountability and self-awareness, both of those, hand in hand. Fifth, I'm not gonna lie, sex. Have sex often.
Yes.
I forget the numbers about how often you should do that, but on some real honesty level, grown up shit, sex. Seriously.
Intimacy, man.
Yes, intimacy, because exploring your partner's body in a way that nobody else can is very rewarding, for both of you.
Yes.
Both physically and mentally. Believe me.
And men, this is what I can say to my fellas out there. And this is from me coming to you, right? There should be no part of your woman's body that you are unfamiliar with. You should be able to identify her body. If it was the most zoomed in microscopic photo, you need to pay attention and be excited for that journey. You know what I mean? Because the more you know, the more you'll be able to please her.
Yes.
The more you know, the more you'll be able to please her. I said that twice. There's no knowledge about her body that is not power at all. Like, if you guys have it established in the beginning that you both have very low libidos, like your sex drive is just not there, that's not what you guys look for, then that's a different story. You know what I mean? But if you are like, you know what I'm saying? You guys know that you do that, you do it frequently, at least in the beginning, try to keep up the tempo. Of course, you're going to do it a lot more in the beginning because you're excited and you're in the honeymoon phase. But after a while, yeah, it shouldn't be dumbed down or watered down to where you're like, okay, I'll do this twice a month. You know what I mean? The act of sex is being as close to your partner as possible, as humanly possible. You know what I mean? You're literally inside her. You know what I mean? It can't get any closer than that.
Sweating on each other. You guys are. There's no makeup. There's no clothes. There's no swag. There's nothing to make you look better than other than who you are in God's eyes.
Just me and you. Just me and you.
But no, honestly, seriously. Honestly, those 4 to 5 things. Loop back around. Take a minute. To take a day. Honestly, if it's to that point, take a day and talk to her. You know what I'm saying? Sit down and evaluate. You know, go have a back and forth. Go get some dinner, maybe cook something, go get some drinks, and go sit outside somewhere and put on some music and just talk. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would do. Level with her and have her level with you. You know what I'm saying?
Go on dates.
Shave anything down that's overgrown and nasty and shouldn't be there, and renew your love. Almost like renewing vows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let each other know physically, face to face, that you both still love each other. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then once you guys do that, you guys can start applying the new information, new things, as you guys go, step by step.
Yeah.
I think that's all I got to say, to be honest.
Yeah, that pretty much covers it. You know, if you have any other further questions, don't be afraid to drop them down in the comment section, and then we'll further elaborate if you guys need be. We can drop a part 2 to this question if you guys want it. whatever it is, you know, just hit us up, hit up our Twitter, hit up our Instagram, whatever it is that you want to know, and we'll be on it.
Absolutely. All right, guys. See you in the next one.
Yeah, that'll do it for this one. What did I do?